If you live long enough, there will come a time where you have to have difficult conversations. Today is one of those times. I have a question that I'm going to pose that's a little out of the ordinary on what we do on this channel. Normally, I try not to get too much into race. The conversation starts here. Should black people continue to start new businesses in 2021? Right? Instead of starting a new business, partner up with a pre-existing business. McDonald's was not the guy who made McDonald's famous. He did not start a brand new business. No, there were two brothers who already had that business. And Ray Kroc, he saw their business, collaborated, partnered up with them, and then helped them grow and expand. And then eventually we have the McDonald's that we know today. 2/3 of businesses that exist right now are very unsuccessful. There's way too many bars, way too many restaurants. There's way too many businesses in this age of inflation. Remember, I talked about automation is coming right now, taking over businesses. But then you also got inflation. So if you're starting a brand new business from scratch, you're working harder to get less in return because the value of your dollar is less. Learn to automate your money. This is why cryptocurrency and real estate is valuable. You have to learn how to make money with less physical output. It's called leverage. It's probably a foreign concept to a lot of people because you only get leverage when you build a system. And unfortunately, many of us have not been taught how to build systems. We've only been taught how to work within systems that were already created for us. Friday night, it's 10 o'clock at night and you still trying to do people's hair. No, you don't have to do that. I mean, in fact, when you look at some of these other cultures in their neighborhoods, look at some other salons, look at some of the white salons or the Mexican shops. Many times they're closed by 6 p.m. because most of their money is made based off of selling products, hair colors, hair dyes, other products and services. Is it not based off of labor? Way too many of us are doing too much work. We're working too hard. We're hustling too hard and we're getting less results. Instead of you taking 10 years to just break even with your new business, because most new businesses, on average, it may take them 10 years before they even break even and start being consistent enough to have profit. Instead of you doing that, collaborate with a business that already exists. Because here's the deal. In the new age that we're in, most businesses are being eliminated anyway, right? Over the next 5 to 10 years, 80% of the jobs that we know of will no longer exist in the way they exist. And then you don't have any capital. Most businesses, the reason why they don't succeed is because they don't have access to money and capital. Most businesses, you can't even get a loan unless you have at least 3 years of experience on the books. Did you know that you can buy an old corporation that is no longer active? And if it's older than 3 years, you can then purchase that corporation and operate within that. And now you got access to that credit line. I'm not saying don't start a new business at all, but I'm saying be smart about how you do it. Be strategic. Buy an old pre-existing business. Or if you're saying you don't want to take that route, find one of these businesses that are out here struggling and work alongside with them, meaning partner up. If you want to sell chicken, instead of you looking and trying to pay rent at a new chicken location where you may not even understand profit margin, you might say, I want to sell 3 chicken wings for $1, but now you're not making money. Or you're making a little bit of money, but now because you're doing all the work, you're not consistent because you're trying to pay rent. Then you don't even have time to market the business because you're by yourself doing so much work. Versus find a restaurant that already exists that may be suffering and say, hey, let's collaborate. How about on, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm able to rent your space, rent your kitchen, and then I can bring in new clients. Now you can still work hard, but you can be more focused on your area of expertise. Working smart is where you have to be right now because you're not going to outwork inflation. You are not going to outwork the value of the dollar going down. There was a point where you get $100, you go into the grocery store, you might get you 5 bags of groceries. You get you some detergent, you get you some seasoning salt, you get you a little bit of a bottle of water. Now $100, you might only get you 1 bag, depending on the store you go to. So you can't outwork inflation. You're working more, but you're getting paid less. But then too, you also can't outwork automation. A system where customers keep coming in without you doing the work. We got to get out of the mindset of thinking we're going to do all of the physical work and we're going to start everything on our own. Because when you do that, guess what? You cannot outwork these machines. You get tired. They don't. Okay. You get frustrated, need a break. They don't. You can't outwork the future of money because you were taught how to work in the system and you weren't taught how to create the system or how to collaborate with a pre-existing system. Cryptocurrency, real estate are two great ways because it doesn't take a lot of effort. We're talking about people that can create passive income, making your money work for you with less stress, less headache. You can have one building that you may have for your entire life. You can have a multi-unit with 15 buildings. You can collaborate with some other investors and y'all make a deal where they put up the money and you agree that after a certain amount of time that once you get your money up, you take over the property. Not only did you learn experience from your partners, but now you got a management company that's managing the property. So now you only got to have one conversation about that property per month. And that's when you're talking with your manager. And you still got money coming in that's potentially for the rest of your life. Versus you starting a brand new business, trying to figure out product, trying to figure out how to manufacture it, trying to figure out what's my pricing, what's my marketing, how do I get my social media, how do I get a team? And then you got to be consistent and be disciplined when most of you are not even disciplined. Here's the thing, you may get it started, but the question is how long can you maintain it? And even if you one of the top best of the best, better than all the rest, guess what? The market is changing so much where your business still may be phased out because you can't adapt fast enough in this world of constant change. So why not find something that already exists with a crew of folks and figure out how you can have value? But most of you don't want to do that because you don't know how you have value. You don't know what your skill set is, or you don't even know how to work with people, which is why you like to do everything on your own by yourself. I'm not knocking if you want to be a lone wolf, but understand when wolves eat, they usually eat in packs when they hunt. If you want something different, you got to do something different. So with that being said, I'm going to go dive deeper into this conversation. We're going to have a part 2. This is a series. I just wanted to kick off and ask you these questions because I want to know, why is it that you have other cultures, you got whether it be Mexican, Asian, all these other groups, they come to America and they dominate. I know you're going to be upset. You're going to be mad at me, but that's fine. I just want you to get angry enough to do something about it and make a change. Come on. Do it for you. Do it for your future. I'm your platform partner. I'm your hustling homie. Make sure you get that book series, Shut Up and Hustle. Buy 5 of them. Get 4 of them to your new millionaire friends and your community. I look forward